Hi guys. So when I posted my review of the Supermax drum sander, I got a few comments that you can actually clean the rolls of sandpaper so that you'll be able to use them a little longer and they can have some more life to them. So I have some gunked up rolls of sandpaper that we are going to try to clean in this video. So let's see how it goes. All right, so we have our thoroughly used 2 rolls of drum sander paper, and I'm throwing in a couple of my Festool sandpapers that I was about to throw away just for fun and to see how it turns out. So first you're gonna fill up some type of vessel with your water and your Simple Green, and there's directions on the back of the Simple Green bottle. I just kind of eyeballed it and put in I would say a glug and a half of Simple Green, and I didn't fill up the bucket very full, just enough so that I knew my sandpaper would be submerged. I probably could have used a little bit more of a wider container, but this is what I had and I made it work. So we have the mixture of the Simple Green and hot water, and I'm just squeezing everything in so that I can fit all of the sandpaper that I have in the bucket so that it can soak together for 30 minutes. Now, after soaking, you can see the water is much dirtier. It pretty much did a lot of the work on its own just from the soaking time, but there's still a little bit of stuff that needs to be scrubbed off of the sandpaper, as you can see. So I put out an old towel, and then I actually took a 2x4 so that I could kind of work at the sandpaper on top of the 2x4. This maybe isn't very necessary depending on where you're doing it. First I started out using this all-purpose brush that I had, but it wasn't working, so then I transferred over to the wire brush, which worked significantly better, this small wire brush that I had. So it worked really well in just getting these little bits of stuff off that wasn't coming off during the soak, and it was pretty easy just to brush it down with the wire brush. It didn't really take much work at all. So after brushing, then I put it back in. I'm trading out the 2 rolls here, but I put each roll back in after scrubbing to let it soak and just let all that random stuff that came off come off again in another rinse. So here I am working on the second roll while my first roll soaks again after brushing it down. So you can see once the first roll comes out, it's really looking pretty great and honestly almost looking brand new. So this really works well, and as I mentioned, the Simple Green does a lot of the work for you, so it doesn't even require that much elbow grease. So after I let my second roll just briefly soak in there just to again get the scrubbed up gunk off of there, then I laid them out on this towel to dry overnight. It didn't take that long to dry, but probably a few hours would even be enough, but I just wanted it to be thoroughly dry. So you can see the finished product looks great. It still looks a little bit dirty, but it's the abrasiveness is there, and I think that these will work very well in the drum sander. The Festool sanding pads got a little bit wrinkled up once they were dried, so I just did a quick test to see if they would still attach. I was worried that they would have lost some of that sticking power on the back, but it worked fine. It attached. I don't know that I would do the Festool ones all the time or clean this type of sandpaper, but hey, it's an option and it did work. So as you can see, that went really well. I'm very satisfied with how easy of a job this was. I'll definitely be doing it in the future. I think unfortunately before I realized that this was an option, I had already thrown away 1 or maybe 2 rolls of my drum sander paper. So that's kind of unfortunate, but definitely going forward, I'm going to absolutely be using this method to extend the life of my sandpaper. So I hope this can help you out in your shop and help you save some money on sandpaper. That's always a great thing. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.